Hi everybody, welcome back to maths. Last time in maths we were looking at half, weren't we? We were looking at numbers and we were trying to learn how to halve the number. So if I had 4, what is half of 4? 2. Because remember we learned that halving is the opposite to doubling. When we double, we make things bigger by the same number or the same size, yes? When we halve, we make it smaller by the same size. To write half in maths, it looks like this. Can you see? There's 1 and under a line and then there's a 2. This 2 tells us that we are cutting something into 2 pieces or splitting it into 2 groups. And we can do it with shapes as well as numbers. Have a look at my piece of paper. If I'm going to give you half of my piece of paper, I have to cut it into 2 pieces, don't I? 1 for me, 1 for you. Now, the really important thing to remember is they have to be what? That's right, they have to be the same size. Are my pieces of paper the same size? They are, aren't they? The same. So, I have cut my piece of paper in half. Half for you, half for me. That's the important thing, they have to be the same size. I can cut my piece of paper into 2. Like this. I've cut it into 2 pieces, but have I cut it in half? No. Are they the same size? No. That's the really important thing that we're trying to learn here, children, is when you cut something in half, you are cutting it into 2 pieces. They must be the same size, okay? So, this piece of paper, I have cut in half because look, the same size. This piece of paper, I've cut into 2, but not cut into half. We're going to watch a video now that's going to show us more about cutting shapes into half, and then we're going to practice that in our seesaw. Okay.
Finding half of shapes. Here is a square. If I cut my square in half, I will have 2 equal pieces, 2 halves. This is half, and this is also half. Both the halves are the same size. They are equal in size. I can cut a square in half this way too, and this way. This is half the orange square. This is half the yellow square. Can I cut my square in half by drawing my line here? No. My square is in 2 pieces, but they are not the same size. One is much smaller than the other. They are not halves. These shapes have all been cut into 2 parts. Both parts of each shape are the same size. They have been cut in half. Half of each shape is coloured in. These shapes have not been cut in half. The 2 parts of each shape are not the same size. They are not halves. Does this shape have half coloured in? Yes. The coloured part is equal in size to the part not coloured in. What about this shape? No, the part coloured in is bigger. Now it has half coloured in. Does this shape have half coloured in? Yes, it does. What about this shape? No, the colour part is much smaller than the other part. Let's do it again so half is coloured in. That's better. Now half is coloured. You cut a shape in half when you divide the shape into two equal pieces.
This is what you are going to do for me today. I want you to colour in half of each of these shapes. I've done one here for you to show you. Here is my rectangle and I've coloured in half. Okay? Remember, they have to be the same size. So, can I just colour in this much? Is that half? No, I can't do that, can I? Can I colour in this much? Have I coloured in half now? Okay, so there are two circles. See if you can colour them in different ways, not the same way. And that is what your next activity is going to be. Have a look here. I want you to draw a line to cut each shape in half. This time you're just drawing a line to cut it in half, okay? Can you cut it in half for me? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And if that's easy for you, try this one. This is the challenge, okay? This one's a challenge. I'm asking, these shapes are all hexagons. Can you find more than one way to cut this shape in half? So, instead of just going like this on all of them, which is the same, can you show me 3 different ways of cutting them? But remember, it has to be in half. This, can't do that one. But, can I do this one? Yeah. And is there another way to cut it in half? You have a play around and see if you can do it.